And here we are. Welcome forward, everyone, to the latest edition of the Working Man's Warships. I'm your humble host, Jedi Gad, and we welcome you, whoever you may be, wherever you are in the globe, whatever time of the day or night it is where you are, and however you are tuning in, watching and listening. Welcome. So, we return today, and there's a bit more controversy in the Working Man's Port because the Swedes have been in touch. They're not happy about the fact that Azalane have been receiving all this attention. So today it's Småland. Now, this is a Stig Ericsson build, but unfortunately Wargaming still haven't got a Swedish speaker. You can tell this irks me quite a bit, but the one in question has been in touch with her eye rolling about Azalane is Hill. Så, Hill, okej. Viset dem för att du kan. Now, her base trait is she's a Thunderbolt. We are gonna run Swisky and we are gonna run Bay. Contact is imminent. Look at me now. We're perceptive. And we have sheltered arms. We are also unstoppable. Hopefully. For the ship itself, we are using Aiming Systems Mod 1, Damage Control System Mod 2, Concealment System Mod 1, and Gunfire Control System Mod 2. Exterior, we've got it, we'll use it. We're going to go all in. We want a bit of everything. More, yes please. So we're going to put all our boosters on and see how much we can extract from this one battle. Flag. We're using the Carl flag. It's the only Swedish flag I have, I believe. And we're running the standard type camera. And so, Småland, Hill, Trossa de Roda. Now, Steel Hunter is great for earning steel, but in my campaign to only use the ships with the blue anchor on it, I'm running out of ships. Hence the reason I'm having to do all these upgrades. Hence the reason my Småland isn't fully upgraded, because I've never had to. And hence the reason I'm rapidly progressing to being broke. So I'm going to have to dip back into like tier 7 at some point to start making that paper again. We're on the Sleeping Giant. Depending on where we spawn, this can be tricky. And we've spawned right in the south. So, first of all, we're not top tier, unfortunately. The Des Moines worries me. And like I say, we have spawned right in the south. We're in Brownsville, Texas. And what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get in and around the Bravo cap. Now, as I said before, the Sleeping Giant can be a bit of a nightmare. Pun intended. You see what I did there, right? Because the island over to the west, the island chain, the two islands in that like roundabout, they oftentimes provoke stupidity in one team, or maybe both. And when that happens, it can go either way. But we're going to try and get in and around Bravo anyway. Unfortunately, our other destroyer seems to concur with our thinking. He's telepathic. We haven't actually said anything, but he's here. That's a good thing, because the likelihood is with 3 destroyers, we're going to run into one of them here. And if he has come in here with me, that means that we can isolate him. Hopefully. But remember, no plan survives first contact with the enemy. And I don't exclude myself from the stupidity bracket from time to time. It's the price you pay for being an overgrown child, you see. Immediate. Here we go. See, what did I say? We are spotted on the radar, and this could be bad. Really bad. It's the Des Moines. It has to be. So I'm going to try and, just in case there's Armageddon coming, we're going to turn out a bit. And there's the Pommern, and then Jutland. Turns up uninvited to my party. Okay, and then Pommern spanks my bum like my grandma used to do. And here is Jutland. So we're just going to try and start firing away on the Jutland. Now, the good news is, what's happened here? What's happened here is I can see him and he can't see me. Like John Cena. So, Jutland here is in a world of hurt because he is seen even though he can't see what's coming his way. This is going to be a problem for him. You can't shoot what you can't see. So hopefully we can get him up out of here quickly and turn the tables in our favour immediately. Yeah, Jutland, this might be bad for you. We get them torpedoes down just in case he manages to vibe long enough to get round the island. But he's in a world of hurt. He should be gone soon. Can we finish him off? No, but he is gone. Yep, you too. Ultras are happy. Up goes the flare. The Kurva is celebrating. And we are in business. Well, we were until they equalised. See how quick it changes. But what we want to do is we're going to try and secure Bravo. And we might have to eat a torpedo to get this done. Because that annoying carrier's up there. So we're going to try and secure Bravo. Here comes the torpedoes, and you can only dodge so much. Remember, as long as you're over about 90%, you're okay. And I'm willing to take that in order to get this base. But as you can see, there's a problem on the horizon. And it comes in the form of the Pommern. Now, he is a real problem because of those secondaries. He also has torpedoes as well. So, yeah, I think we're going to have to get out of town here. It is time to do the decent thing and turn tail and run. But we're going to leave him a little present on our way out. Just to show gratitude, read displeasure at the fact that he's stopping me taking this base. So, Perceptive is telling me there's something here. And, yeah. See, the last thing you want to hear when you're turning tail and running around is the Aussies are here. The Aussies are here, but we're going to keep firing away. And hopefully, yep, down he goes. Power play goal, Peter Forsberg. And we are now in the lead. We're up on the ship count 3-1. Well, it's 3-2. Yeah. Just spoil my party. But we're still up on the ship count. Pommern gratefully accepts our gift, which we're happy about. We're 3-2 up on the ship count. We're out of detection range, but there's a problem. The problem is we're 2-0 down on the basis. And even though he got hit, the Pommern is still hanging around there like a bad smell. So we're going to have to try and make something happen. All right? It's good. Now we've gained an extra ship. So we've got a bit more leeway to play with here. Can take a bit more risks, but he's still there. So it becomes a bit of a problem now. Yeah, 4-2 up, but this base count could quickly become 0-3. And that's a recipe for defeat. Even if you're up on the ship count. This is how things like Solar Warriors happen. And the annoying carrier is still here, buzzing around with these fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. But I think it's time to reintroduce and reawaken the Torpedo Whisperer. Because I know what he's trying to do, but it's not going to work this time. Hopefully. Famous last words. But the more pressing issue is we still have not secured the Bravo cap. If you remember, strategically, that was the original objective. But we haven't done it yet. And yes, we've gained another ship. But I might remind you, look at the score. I mean, what more of an illustration do you need? We've been through this before on this channel. And we've been in battles like this where we have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. And these are the situations when you are down on the base count. Remember, on a domination game, we equate the score in two different ways. You got your ship count, you got your base count. It's like Aussie rules football. You need to pay attention to the score. What's going on here? So we're going to get right in here and at least half the deficit. Because right now, 2-0 doesn't look good for us. The ship count looks good, but the score, put it this way, all it would take is for a couple of our ships to go down, and you will dramatically see that score flip to the point where we're going to be like, if we lose a couple of ships, it then gets to the territory of the only way we're winning is by sinking all their ships, meaning you have to go after them, thus exposing yourself and putting yourself in vulnerable positions because you're chasing. You have to go see them. And if I don't have to come see you, I don't want to see you. See what I mean? Look at the score. If I don't want to have to come see you, I'm not going to come see you. The best battle is the one you don't have to fight. So what we're going to do is we've secured Bravo, and now we're going to head over to Alpha. Once the base count is 2-1, then they have to come see us. And if you know anything about warfare, it's easier to defend than it is to attack. So we're going to get right over here and jump in the Alpha cap and straight away stop them scoring and then turn the tables in our favor. We've gained another ship. The Ultras are happy. Up goes the flare. And once we have secured the Alpha Cup, we should have this game in the bag. Yeah, I know. I do this a lot, don't I? And then things can turn, and then I'm going to look a bit silly. But, you know, it adds to the excitement. You know, if I call my shot, it looks better when I hit the shot. If I call my shot and I fail, I look silly. But hey, it's part of the entertainment, right? You want to see me do that because, hey, it's like the Dallas Cowboys. Some tune in to see him win. Some tune in to see him lose. But guess what? You will be tuning in. So the enemy team is on its last legs. They only have 2 ships left, and this should be a wrap. What I really want now is to see if I can steal some cheap points in garbage time. I want to cover the spread, right? So if I can get out there and maybe get a few more hits on the remaining battleship and the carrier, that would be great, especially the carrier. You know I love nothing more than to hurt up carriers. So let's see. Our teammates have clearly got the same idea because they are rushing like it's a famine on ships and trying to get down there and do the same thing what I'm trying to do. Hey, don't hate the player. So Yamato is over there, and you can just see Yamato is getting shredded to pieces. He is on a cheese grater, and I don't think we're going to get anywhere near him to get any damage on him. He's going to be fish fry before we get anywhere near him. So that would leave the carrier. And I really... Yeah, the engine roars to life when I hear that there's a carrier out there that I can hunt. Problem is he's a long way away. So, assuming I won't get anywhere near him, let's get our etiquette out of the way. Thank our teammates. They've done a great job in this battle. We didn't succeed alone. Okay? We're going to go up there and we're going to thank our teammates. That's great. You know, you get 3 touchdowns and 300 yards. Probably offensive line probably played well. Just a thought. You know, it's probably likely. So we make sure you get your etiquette out. Thank your teammates when they do well. This carrier doesn't stand a chance. We're not getting anywhere near him. But that doesn't matter. Just grateful for the victory and for the points. And for more steel in the Steel Hunter campaign, as I've said before, it is the most valuable and precious commodity on the game. And make sure you are doing your Steel Hunter and make sure you're doing your marathon. You want to get that tier 8 ship to buy you access to the Steel Hunter campaign. So we didn't get anywhere near the carrier. Not bothered. We have achieved our objective. Hela's made her point. Nice juicy amount of money. 2,470 points. Shout out to Worcester who goes off. And if you like what we're doing, like, subscribe, share, and we will see you next time on the Working Man's Warships.